Please be seated. The partnership between Royal Caribbean and the Bahamas evolved last Friday to where Mike became my wife.
You better explain.
My wife unfortunately could not attend a gala event last Friday at the Fort Lauderdale Yacht Club. And so I was sitting by myself and they had to seat Mark, Mrs. Davis, up, Mike, and he sat in the seat. So I said, well, you'll have to be my Mrs. Davis tonight. Thank you, Mike. I accept and adopt the protocol that has been established, and I acknowledge all of you here, the wonderful people who shared in the celebration this afternoon. Today, as we mark this occasion, and we celebrate the strength and the courage of Erin Brown, the Bahamas' first ever para-triathlete to compete for a spot in the Paralympic Games, and now the first ever Bahamian to be named godmother of a Royal Caribbean ship. Erin's story of survival and triumph, as you would have heard and seen, is a testament to her persevering spirit and strength of character. Erin, I want to thank you for all you have done as an ambassador for the Bahamian people and as an advocate for those living with disabilities in the Bahamas. You are an inspiration to all of us. If we all follow Erin's example in the way she has run the race set before her, I am positive this world would be a better place. I am personally inspired to match that standard of excellence. Now, Erin, when I talk about running the race the way you did, I want to stress that I meant it figuratively. While I may not be a world-class athlete, as I work for the betterment of this country, I will aspire to match the pace you have set as a trailblazer and role model. We can all be agents of change in our own way. I'm certain that the many teams that was necessary to take the Odyssey of the seas from concept to reality were aware of the impact their work would have on the region as the first quantum ultra-class ship in North America. As you all would know, cruise tourism is important for the entire region, Caribbean region, but it is especially important for the Bahamas. Our tourism model has a very specific reliance on cruise tourism. In recent times, the local tourism industry has taken some very hard blows. First, we had Hurricane Dorian, closely followed by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Of course, we are not alone. Tourism-dependent economies have struggled globally. The good news is that the worst of the pandemic is hopefully behind us, and out of crisis come opportunities. As we return to normalcy and get the economy growing again, we understand that some things will never be as they were before. We must adapt to changing paradigms if we wish to remain competitive within the global landscape. This is a time for bold policies and big ideas. Our plans must be quantum ultra in scale. My administration has been given a mandate by the people to roll out our vision for a 21st century Bahamian economy. A central part of that vision is the development of the blue economy. The blue economy includes the resources in our seas, such as our fisheries and seabeds, as well as resources on our seas, which includes our waterways. We have not yet tapped into the full potential of our marine resources or our geopolitical advantages as a gateway to the Americas. My administration will be exploring the opportunities within fisheries, aquaculture, and the maritime industry. We'll also do so with the objective that we never sacrifice our precious natural environment in the name of industrial progress. I believe that if we take care of the ocean will take care of us. There is much concern in the international arena about the cruise and the shipping industry's contributions to climate change. As my administration fosters growth within these industries, we must also pay heed to the existential threat that rising sea levels pose to us as a low-lying ocean state. I'm particularly impressed by the measures that Royal Caribbean has taken to minimize the environmental impact of its fleet. According to the available literature, the Odyssey of the Seas has 2 emissions purification systems that removes 98% of sulfur from emissions and reducing nitrous oxide. It is fully compliant. I'm impressed by that. And I'm also advised through the literature that you are fully compliant with the International Maritime Organization's Tier 3 standards, significantly reducing the ship's environmental footprint. My administration has fully committed to the development of the blue economy as a high priority item on our agenda, with all the implications that it has for increasing employment, generating wealth, and expanding opportunities. If we are to succeed, the critical foundational element to all of this is the inclusion of our people in the emerging opportunities. I'm happy to be witness to the fact that you are linking our local products with your ship, and I commend you for that. And we hope to be able to expand that into more of our industries in the Bahamas, because those are emerging opportunities. And as I said, foundational to the element is the inclusion of our people in these opportunities. Because the Bahamians must never feel like outsiders looking in on mega resorts, destination island experiences, and mega cruises within our borders. For our economy and people to continue to thrive, local talent, human capital must be included. And I thank you for doing so. You mentioned training, and yes, training will be critical to driving increased access to employment opportunities. We will not be able to take advantage of the opportunities in our maritime economy, nor meet the challenges of being a low-lying ocean state without urgent and comprehensive training and education. Programs like the LJM Maritime Academy and the Grand Bahamas Shipyard Employment Program are filling the necessary skill gaps to ensure that there is a pool of talented, qualified Bahamians to fill roles in the maritime industry. And as you pointed out, the 2 graduates of LJM Maritime Academy that went on to the Caribbean Maritime Academy, what you didn't say, Mike, is that the 2 Bahamians, one was the valedictorian class, and the other the second. So we have the talent here. I must continue to, so I was overwhelmingly impressed by that fact. And I am overwhelming. I still thank you for your contribution in that, as you have taken the 2 top students from that university. And as I said, that is an example of what is possible through training. That is an example of what happens when you give people an opportunity, persons an opportunity. And we applaud you for that. The Bahamas has the 7th largest global maritime register, the only sustainable and viable forward is for local talent to be developed to meet the demands of this job market. It is therefore imperative that we train our citizens as seafarers to leverage our global maritime potential and embrace the prospective economic benefits, especially for our young people. And it's through this public-private partnerships that we will make this happen. I encourage private sector leaders like yourself and others to get on board and work with us. You are on board. I encourage you to get your other competitors on board. And let us build a stronger local cruise industry that is mutually beneficial for all involved. My government will do its part in driving industry growth as we take this nation to a new direction and a new day for our people. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Prime Minister Philip Davis.